Hi, this is a short video for Franklin. This is the computer, the donor computer, and that is your VIN number in there. Hopefully there is no, I'm doing the VIN number programming. As you can see, I'm using 4IDS, which is the original equipment for this computer. And I'm in the process of doing the VIN change. This is the old computer. The one is has the big burn, and that is the donor one. So I'll be posting a short video just to prove you that the VIN will be changed. Again, bed computer, and that is the new computer. I'm waiting just for this to go through, and then we'll be stopping the video 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, just went past the VIN number on the car. Now we're going to set up the PCM here. Switch the ignition on, and this is where all this time I have the ignition off. I'm going to set the ignition on, and then this is where this is going to start. Consider doesn't match the vehicle. In order to properly diagnose the vehicle, start a new session. Oh, let me wait a second. I'll be right back. All right, the tool got a reboot, so I have to restart the process that I was doing on the communication. And the way that we do this is we actually start with the computer off and let the scanner think that it's actually a problem with the computer. And then in here, would you like to retry? No, we don't want that. And then on all this time, the request ignition on and ignition off, I'm just clicking it here, but I'm not switching anything on. Just a procedure we go through here. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. It should have like a screen recording. It's probably the best, but I think this phone is not so bad to record that. So just gonna click in the check marks on the right corner until it says it is unable to communicate. So in here, we're just going to click in all others. And then we need to have the PCM part number, which in this case is a 6. Let me get that 6R3A, 6R3A, and then a YB on the back. And then the tier tag for this computer is TJF1, as it's in here. So we're going to put that. So TJF1. All right, and then we just click in here. It's going to tell me that it's a Mustang 4.6 manual transmission, 50 states. That is correct. Then we click on yes in here, and that takes a lot of times. This is going through pass-through and online. So again, all this time, as you can see, I got this completely off. So the only thing that is getting communication is the pass-through device, but not the computer. And this takes a little longer. So again, this is just a process of what you do to when you have a old Ford computer. Don't even try with any other tool. It's got to be done with the original scanner, or else you're not going to be able. Believe me, I try IM608, I tried Top Done, every single other tool, and nothing worked. No K-tag, no nothing for this. So just do with the four uh, original software. If you have a BCM, you can use it as a pass-through device, or in this case, or not really as a pass-through device, as the original connection, and then you can use the original software. You can buy, 2-day license or 1-year license. In this case, I have the 1-year license because I do this every single week. But if you need to do diagnosis, when you're doing J pass-through, it's a limited version. If you have the BCM, which is original BCI for 4, that will give you the full spectrum of diagnostics and everything. And then you just pay for the year subscription, which I think is like $1,000. But if you're, working with a lot of trucks and so on, it's just worth it. I get that just the pass-through because for what I need is just programming. So that's all I need. Okay, so in this part is when I gotta set up the VIN number. So I'm just going to stop 1 second and then click it. The same being was found in a previous version. Do you wish to abort and restore the session? And no. All right, so we're going to go here now to the tool, and we're going to go over to module programming, and then we're going to go to PMI, select the PCM. Again, all this time the computer is off. Let me try to gather information, switch off. We're going to do the same thing, and this is where we put the VIN. Again, no turn on. We're going to write the VIN again, so let me stop this 1 second. All right, that's the correct big number for the vehicle. And then in here, that is the correct VIN. We're going to click yes, and then install a new module. Again, no ignition on yet. Do not start the reprogramming, allow the battery programming, the blah, blah, blah. That's fine. Is the vehicle has pads? Yes. Now we're going to switch the ignition on, which is here. And we're going to click the tick mark. Now we're going to switch the ignition off, which is, let me just 1 second, because I gotta check, make sure I don't kill the power. So B2, so we're going to turn this one and this one off. And now we're going to set the ignition back on. And now is doing the procedure. And this is now doing the programming of the computer, which is exactly what we want. And at the end, it's going to just give us the correct VIN number, which after this, I'm going to connect or reconnect so we can read the VIN number, and you can see the actual VIN number it will be now correct. Again, you need to set up your pads in the car. It's something I don't have your key here. If I would have the two keys necessary for do the programming, I would have done it for you, but you just send the computer. Again, for all those that are looking or watching at this video, if you're sending a Ford computer, please call me before you send the computer. I'm going to need, depends on the year, either the computer and the keys, and or I might even need an instrument cluster sometimes. It depends on the vehicle, because sometimes the pads is on the computer, sometimes the pads is on the instrument cluster, and in order to do the programming correctly, unless you want to do the pads programming yourself, and then you can just send the computer as Franklin did in here. I will cover your information, Franklin, as far as phone numbers, because I can see that your phone number is in there. Hopefully, I haven't show complete that. All right, we're gonna switch the ignition off again, just this, and click the mark. And this is just again an automatic process. Again, now the ignition is off as the software requested, and now we're going to switch the ignition back on, and then tick mark. This module requires some configuration settings. The following scripts lists the parameters that must be set. Select each parameter and choose the proper configuration settings. All parameters are configured in order to proceed. Is not obtain or inhale module configuration data. You will need to select the value. Okay, sometimes probably it will from this. So the actual ratio, that should be correct. Uh, 3.5 axle, so yeah, that should be correct. Come on. Tire size is not within certified limits. Okay, what is the tire size? Okay, I'm going to stop the video and get that information. 1 second. Like I found the tires, at least online, it shows me as 235/55 R17, so we can select that. If not, you can change that parameters with your scanner. Okay, we're gonna switch the ignition off again. Do not start reprogramming session. All right, switch the ignition back on. I think we're pretty much ready. This is just now rereading the computer. In this case, I am setting, as you can see, why is trying to do the reprogramming again? All right, I guess it's downloading something again that has the tire, so I'll be right back. All right, switching the ignition off again, and then stopping the video in the middle of those process. That is probably setting up the tire size and axle size since we did that. Every module is going to be a little different when you're programming escape or so on, but all right, ignition back on, ignition off. Calibration has been loaded and checked, as you can see. If you program as X model, please reinstate the FICM. If you require to turn PC program label, we don't. All right, so let me just also, as you can see, update it to the latest version, and then please complete the label in an appropriate position. So I change it to 6U78 and then SB. That's just the way 4 does it. Run the path function, service function, operation successfully complete. Switch the ignition on. And again, you need to set up your paths on the car. It's going to clear the faults. Let me stop the video here so it's not because it's already 12 minutes long. All right, let me switch ignition off and tick mark. I got to do this. Perfect. All right, so we are done. And we can see the VIN number. So I'm going to close this application. Again, the ignition is off. So I'm going to start IDS, in this case FJDS, which is the J pass-through version for Ford. And this always takes a little time to start. An open session was fine. I'm not going to resume it. We are going to start. I'm going to delete that version. Like that, we'll see that we are having start a new session. Okay, now we're going to set the ignition on. And we're going to read the VIN number and everything. That is going to automatically read the VIN number of the car or the computer. And we're going to make sure there is multiple previous session with that VIN number. The next screen will allow you to choose from a list. Okay, so none of the above. We want a new one. All right, it's a manual transmission. Yes. We want to read the VIN number. And I will also connect it with Autel so we can read that with Autel. Make sure that we have complete successfully the programming. This is always a little slower in here. I don't know why it takes so long to gather a Bing. It's the only computer in here. It's just the way for software is. Well, this video is already 15 minutes long, but I guess it's for my records and the customer records as well, and also for you guys. I need to do something like this. Is the only way to do it, with this. All right, so again, that is the correct last digits of the VIN, 6518841, and that is correct. And we can see the complete VIN number right there. So that is the complete VIN number and it's correct. And we can now, if we want, we can do a self-test on the powertrain module. We can go to retrieve key on, engine off. Let's do that. I'm going to set up full codes that are not, we don't have anything connected, but it's easy for him to erase the full codes on the car. But I want to make sure that he can see that we actually perform communication and the computer is actually in fact reading. I mean, we can see already the actual VIN number, and that is pretty much everything that we want in here. Should have done this with the Altel Ultra, but I mean not the Altel Ultra, with the Altel. I have the IM608, and I have the top down. I might even connect the top down for just the sake of using it here. I really, really like that tool. Top down has done a really good job with the latest tool. Still a little on the new side for the programming part. I was trying to just read some of the Ninja box in the programmer, but it's not really a huge functionality yet. Although it looks like a really strong hardware, and I know that there will be definitely uploading and promoting their software as it comes along. Okay, this is taking so long. Let me stop the video. I'll be right back. All right, so as you can see, we have these full codes, and then it says power relay control circuit open, and then obviously the 1000, which is full codes, all system not complete since last memory clear. So this is a good sign. I'm going to connect again, probably the IM608. It's just the fastest to do it, and I don't have to unpack so much. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I got the IM608 here, and I already have the BCI connected to my breakout box with the cables to the computer. So we're going to go to Diagnosis, and we can do automatic auto detect. This will definitely find a bean, disclaimer, that this software, blah, blah, blah. Just want to make sure that we got the correct bin number. And as you can see here, that is the bin number. I'm going to read it from the piece of paper that I have here so we can compare it with that. So it's 1ZVFT A2H 365188461. All right, so perfect. The VIN number matches and we have everything in there. So we just click OK, and we want to make sure that it encodes it to the correct vehicle, which is a 4.6 Mustang manual transmission. That is correct, and that is everything that we need. And again, that's the correct VIN number. I'm tired. I always like to do a couple of tests with different tools just to confirm complete functionality of the computer. This is a computer that he provided. His original computer got burned and it's not repairable, even though he can still communicate, but it got a hole through the board that is not repairable. And then we can do diagnostics. We're just going to select the computer because that's the only thing we got connected. And we're going to read codes again. Actually, no, let me do something different. Let me go to live data because retrieve codes in 4 sucks. As you can see, the Autel is a lot faster than the 4 IDS doing anything. Yeah, this is a good video showing you what to do. But yeah, as you can see, we got values and yeah, so it is reading. The computer is good. All right, guys, this is not such a short video on how to change the VIN number on pretty much any Ford computer. You can just, again, just keep everything as I show you on this video and it will work. As you see, proof in the pudding, I got it done. Um, Thank you so much for visiting the channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like my content, share my content too. You can upload it to your Facebook or something like that and help me promote it. And I like to help others like that as well. I'm going to, I'm not really prepared, but I have, let me see if I can open, I want to share this with you guys, an email from one of my subscribers in YouTube. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, I'm trying to cover his information as much as I can. Um, going to be, I got so many emails, just unbelievable. Might be here. Question about, no, does not. Okay, right here. All right, this is an email from one of my subscribers. His name is Nam Lee. He says, thank you for the three-part videos on how to fix your 2005 Mercedes SL500 convertible not working. I have a similar problem. The roof won't close all the way down to lock. I can hear the pump running, but I can get the trunk to close. So he sent me, yes, so he could not really figure it out. So he sent me a couple of pictures that I might be on this other one. I thought I had, oh, let me just open one second the other one. I'm just trying to not show too much information because he sent me a few emails. Oh yeah, this is his car. I'm gonna show you a picture. So his problem is that his convertible was all the way closed, but then it stopped to the point that he could not close the trunk. Obviously, this is the correct way to open and close the trunk normally, but since this is a convertible, this will open and then the convertible will close into the trunk and then you will close the convertible, which is the regular hard, this is a hardtop convertible, but then when the lid is stopped to come down, it stopped there. It's a very common issue. Some of the cylinders leak and it loses pressure, and that is not an uncommon thing. So I explain him and I give him information on the email. He asked me, can you please elaborate a little more on how to close that? So let me go over to my response. So I respond to him, hi, Namely, your case is the best because the actual sunroof is also, not sunroof convertible is closed. So go and visit this video, which is the second part in minute 3:35, and I explain use the 6 mil Allen wrench as I show him, and then counterclockwise 2 turns that will release the pressure on the trunk, and then um, he will be able to close his convertible. So I then receive his answer. It's like, dear Mike, dear Francisco, my name is Francisco Mike. I know it spells different, but that's I will cover his information. He was very, very happy. He says, I can, if you give me your full name, I can sell you and your phone number. I can sell you some, like sell some dollars for you to buy a couple of beers, and he was very kind to send me a very good fee. I want people to understand that yes, help you is wasn't requesting anything, but my time is as precious as yours, and I'm trying always to help others, but it's very hard to please everybody. And I also, when I help people and I do, share information like that and help others, it's kind people like this that without even requesting a payment, they just send you and they pay well. So again, I just want you guys all there that are looking for information to consider that time is very precious. It's lifetime that you spend helping others. So, if you get a friend that help you, it will be sometimes, especially if it's a work thing, that to show appreciation like that. All right, again, thank you so much, Nam Lee, for your consideration. Again, guys, thank you so much for visiting the channel. I know I extended a little bit explaining this, but I'm very happy when he did that, and I wanted to share that with you guys. Again, I will see you next time. Bye bye. Thank you so much.